Hey guys, what's up? How ya doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about the new episode of the 7 Deadly Sins, the 4 Nights of the Apocalypse on Season 2, or 4 Nights of the Apocalypse Season 2, Mokushiroku no Yonkishi on Episode 3 of Season 2. Sorry, that's just a lot of titles to say, but whichever one that seems fitting for you, okay? So this episode right here was actually pretty cool, and I'm looking forward to the rest, and I'm going to make sure to keep up with them as best I can, to make sure to talk about it every week. It comes out with its subtitles. So if anything else, let's start out with this third episode right away. You know, throughout the episode, things are just relaxing, nothing really big happening, just people getting, just like the characters getting ready for their big adventure of what's to come. And as you can see, An and Percival ends up having a funny moment, and of course when Percival hugs An 2 times, when Nasians was watching, he ends up dropping his bag on the ground, and ends up wondering, hey, what's going on here? I don't know. There was a scene with Isolde and Tristan having a talk with each other, and we have Tristan's like, hey, don't worry about me. I like to give my life, I like to do my best to protect my comrades, and that we may be from different parts of the world, or we've been born differently. That doesn't mean I can't treat you as my comrade. So yeah, pretty much like cool stuff. So really awesome. And of course, one of the biggest highlights of this episode involves Lancelot and Guinevere having to talk with each other. We end up having to hear Guinevere's magic power and its kaleidoscope. Apparently, she could see things, anything that could be happening before she turns 71 and she passes away. She ends up, I guess you can say, she saw multiple futures that could possibly happen. Because she told me she actually met Lancelot a lot of times in her dreams. I guess it hasn't happened in reality yet, but she does tell Lancelot that I'm your lover, and there's no denying of that. Although Lancelot is in denial of that, which I don't blame him for. Sometimes some people tend to say a lot of things, but it's never always tied the knot together, I guess. Or it's never meant to be yet, 100% yet. But Guinevere does tell Lancelot that my power does involve seeing the future, or seeing into the future, but only when I'm still alive. But after I die at the age of 71, or somewhere in the 70s, I guess, that's when she can't see any further than that. I guess her power is much more stronger than Baltra's vision, if I were to explain it. So, whatever happens next, Lancelot and Guinevere will meet again. Unfortunately for Lancelot and Guinevere, which apparently Guinevere knew this was going to happen, she will later on be taken by a Knight of Chaos, which we all know, Ironside. He knew about her power, and that he says, you could have just ran away or asked someone for help. But Guinevere says, that's not going to happen, because if I do that, something far worse will happen. So I guess you can say that she is accepting whatever fate is bestowed upon her. So that way, the consequences won't be as big of defying it. So I guess you can say that she's the person that will let things flow together even though she doesn't like it. Lancelot, realizing the danger, ends up trying to reach Guinevere, but Guinevere tells him not to worry because we will meet again, and she ends up disappearing with Ironside to Camelot. And that alone could be pretty big bad news, however you want to call it, which I will explain towards the end of the episode of a theory. And of course, there was a scene with Gawain and Meliodas talking with each other, and when it comes to the next day of them going on their big adventure, which apparently is awesome, they end up saying their goodbyes and get ready to get onto their roles and get ready to go do their own thing, to find another way to get into Camelot. Because we get to see that they're gonna go to a certain checkpoint location and split up from there the next day, whatever they have to do. But either way, things are about to get very hectic, because there was a post-credit scene involving Meliodas talking to Elizabeth about what Lancelot has told him. Apparently, it's about a magic power that is apparently much stronger than Baltra's vision. He apparently says like she arrived to the kingdom yesterday and the princess of Camelot has gone missing. So apparently that princess is says to possess a power of prophetic powers that surpasses even Batra, which apparently he says if that power is real, then we are in serious danger if she is taken by Camelot. A huge storm is about to come. And we get to see Guinevere finally arriving at Camelot with Ironside escorting her. So, looks like to me it's very much bad news, because you guys might be thinking, okay, this little girl Guinevere, which we all know the story of Guinevere and Lancelot, has the power to see the future, or something like that, before she possibly dies at a certain age and there's nothing before that. What's the big deal? Think about it. If Arthur, who gets his hands on Guinevere, which apparently is already happening, he is planning to change things around and try to make things go into his favor. So, pretty much, like, whatever vision that Guinevere sees and Arthur wants to change, he plans to change it. For example, if his death is in... Make the example of this. If he was to lose another arm, he's going to change that future. He's going to change that future where he doesn't lose that arm. So if I have to say it myself. I know it sounds a little confusing and complicated, but in simple words, Arthur wants to change the prophecy of the four knights, or destroy the prophecy, or the downfall of Camelot. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm pretty sure, as Guinevere says, like, she doesn't want to defy fate or let things flow, because she will suffer a greater punishment. Which apparently Arthur, I'm pretty sure he will suffer that punishment too. But we'll have to see how that turns out. So anyways, looking forward to the next episode and the ones after that, because I'm really excited to see how it's animated and how it is done in its action choreography. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. So I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time. Alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Ta-da!